Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to a little bit of a Doom Eternal. Once again, doing the commentary on this one in post, because quite frankly, at this stage of the game, where we are in, I believe this is Durak, isn't it? This is like, this is the heavenly area of the game, sort of. I mean, I really, really love the metaphysics that this game has set up, and that is such a weird thing to say in reference to a Doom game. It really is, especially to a game that, like, at its essence, doesn't really give too much of a shit about the background. It's not really about that, you know. And yet, if you want to engage with it, they've gone to the trouble of creating this incredibly elaborate, dynamic metaphysics, which is, it's eschatological, so it is like, it takes the Abrahamic traditions of, like, a creator god, a creator deity, a renegade angel, the creation of the dynamics of heaven and hell, and then humanity and all other species, moving up and down in between the two of them in a sort of celestial game, if you like. It's very much that, but it elevates it. It actually takes that mythology and turns it into something else. Like the demons, for example, and the angels, as you can see here, are not demons and angels as it is commonly understood. They're actually much more Lovecraftian in a very strange way, in the sense that they are actually just very ancient, extra-dimensional entities from states of reality where the laws and the states of operation are very different. They are creatures, it's very much like the Games Workshop mythology, like the mythology of chaos and the warp, in the sense that the demons represent negativity because of that's the nature of the reality where they come from. It is metaphorical by nature. I so don't trust Samuel. I so don't trust him. I've got a funny feeling the end of this game, which we're very close to, by the way, is going to do sort of a vault fast, and he's going to turn on us, you know? He's going to set himself up, isn't he, as like the new arbiter of whatever metaphysics comes after. When we've defeated the Khan Maker, when we've destroyed the Icon of Sin, he's going to set himself up as the arbiter of a new metaphysics. That's what I think, anyway. We shall see. Assuming I ever get to the bloody end, I'm telling you, this game is so hard at this stage. This game maybe jumps the shark a little bit. I do think that in these latter stages, it maybe goes a little bit too far with what it's trying to attempt. It throws way too much at the player at once, at various points, to the point whereby you'll see later there are moments where it's pretty much luck as to whether I survive or not. It's pretty much luck. It's like it's trying to synthetically elongate its runtime. It could have done with ending a bit sooner. And some of these jumping puzzles are annoying as well. I'll be honest, it goes a bit too far with the jumping puzzles as well. This isn't really what Doom should be about, to be honest. So most of them are okay, they're fine, but they're just maybe a little bit too synthetic and elaborate for their own good. Like this one, for example. The mechanism of him grabbing onto the ledges he's supposed to grab onto aren't that great. They aren't that precise, you know? So some ledges he'll just grab onto automatically, some he won't. It's a bit weird, to be honest. I'm not that big a fan, and it does get annoying after a while, I'll be honest. They maybe went a bit too far with Doom Eternal. A little bit too far. Whereas Doom 2016 was just enough. It was just enough. It stopped just short of being too fiddly, too complex, too introducing too much that's kind of out of place in a Doom game. Doom Eternal goes a wee bit too far. Just a little bit too far. It's in things like the Marauder, as we've already discussed. It's in things like some of the jumping puzzles. But it's fine. It's not... It's still a very... Ah, the Icon of Sin entry. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. As it is written in the prophecies of ancient sentinel scripture, the Titans, towering elder demons of the infernal age, would return unearthed from their immortal slumber. The Titans are believed to be harbingers of the end times, primordial forces of chaos and destruction. Born from the tortured spirit of the betrayer's son, it was by Hell's unholy design that the icon of sin was given flesh. The fearsome Titan, forged from the essence of mortal suffering, once bore a human soul. A soul now transmogrified and entombed within the still-beating heart of its former self. The betrayer, seeking to free his son from eternal torment within the depths of hell, made an agreement, a pact sealed by the black fates of darkness that promised to grant his son the chance to return from death. Now that's very interesting. So it's the Antichrist. The icon of sin is effectively the Antichrist. That's kind of cool. And also mention of a betrayer, of a devil, in a Luciferian character in this mythology, which, I mean, I don't know, but I don't think we actually see. We haven't seen fuck that one up. I moved away from the entry. Where are we? Blah 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 blah. A pact sealed by blah 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 that promised his son a chance to return from death. The son would live again, but not as human. In hell's endless cruelty, the son was damned to become the icon, an inhumane existence bound only to its former humanity by the now disembodied, undying mortal heart. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is the icon of sin from Doom 2. In the Doom 2, there was a final encounter, and it was a whole level. The icon of sin, it was actually, because they couldn't really animate a sprite that big, it was just a bit of background. It was just the head of the icon of sin on the wall, and all the icon did was spewed out enemies. That was its only attack. It just endlessly spawned enemies until you killed it, basically. This, I think, is going to be a bit different. Also, the reference to it having a human mortal heart, that's both a piece of the mythology and an inside joke. There was a whole thing where if you activated the no-clips sheet on Doom 2 and went inside the icon of sin, you found the impaled head of... I think it was it John, what's his name, John Romero, one of the designers of the original Doom. That was the joke, basically. And if you killed the head, that was it. He was the icon of sin, you know? That was the joke. So it's a bit of an inside joke. It's kind of fun. It's kind of silly. Looking forward to the fight with the icon, I've got to say. Assuming it is a fight and it's not like, oh, Pain Elemental, love them to bits. Assuming that it's not just like a level, you know, that the icon isn't just like a Shadow of the Colossus style puzzle, which I imagine it probably will be, given how big it is. Wow, the chain gun is probably, oh, we're going to get to knock over one of the statues, are we? Good fun. Probably one of my favourite things in the game. I do enjoy it very, very much. Okay, so... what do we do? Can't get through there, obviously. Is it just a case of jumping up and knocking down the statue? No, it's not. No, it's not. This must have fallen down when we defeated the enemies. There we are. Okay. I mean, none of the jumping puzzles are complex. None of them. It's just that sometimes the controls make that... I'm not bothering with that. Not at this stage. It makes them more difficult than perhaps they should be. Right, okie dokes. Well, we should be able to get across there now. One hopes. One sincerely hopes. Okay, so where are we going? Where's the way? Gonna get across to that? Is that it? Whoa, that was close. I nearly fell there. Nearly fell. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's gonna be... I mean, it's very forgiving with the falling, so that's fine. It's not so bad. It's a good thing that it's so forgiving as well, to be honest. I mean, they've deliberately built that into... Eddie didn't grab on. They've deliberately built that into the game, so they must have known that some of the jumping puzzles are maybe a little bit finicky, which they are. They're very finicky, actually. But yeah, it's great they've reintroduced the icon of sin. It's nice to have a big bad guy boss at the end of the game, you know? And a familiar one at that. I mean, it was lovely having the Spider Mastermind at the end of Doom 2016. That was great too. But that was just a human that had been transformed by Hell into something demonic. So to have something that's sincerely from Hell, you know, this fight is a pain in the arse. I really dislike this particular wave. It's very, 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 very tricky. What the game increasingly does towards the end of its run is it goes for like a kitchen sink style. It just throws everything at you at once, which is fine. That's the way Doom has always been, I suppose. But it can get a little bit old, if I'm honest, because it is a bit formulaic. You know, it is a case of move on to this area, activate whatever switches need activating, do whatever puzzles need doing, then just fight the hordes, you know? It could have maybe done with being a wee bit shorter. The game could have maybe done with just being a little bit shorter. Having a slightly condensed running time would have benefited it hugely. Because it really isn't the kind of game that has massive longevity, because it is very much the same thing. I mean, and that's not necessarily a strike against it. You know what you're getting with Doom by and large. It is just like Carnage. You know, it is a case of fight until you drop, and that's fine. But the campaign is a bit long. The single player campaign is a wee bit long. Also, given like after a while, it just runs out of tricks. You know, it's kind of finite. You know, despite everything they've introduced, there is a finite element to the engine. You know, and to what it can do. Something got me from behind that. I don't know what it was. God, that's pretty, isn't it? Urdak is really lovely. They've done Urdak and the Hell areas are just beautiful. I quite like it when they start to overlap as well. That's good fun. I mean, I was surprised actually. You do get to take out the Khan Maker. You get to fight God, which is fun. Yeah, that was that's what happens increasingly throughout these. Throughout these encounters, because there's so much coming at you at once, you often get taken down from behind, which can get old. That can get a little bit old. As I say, overall, I love what they've done with it. I love what they've done with the background. I love what they've done with the aesthetics. Mechanically, I actually prefer Doom 2016. I find it's more elegant. Doom 2016 is more elegant than this. Part of what stands against Doom Eternal is that they've tried to balance the multiplayer options with the single player game, and that often doesn't work. The emphasis should be on one or the other, you know? Go entirely for one, go entirely for the other. If you wanted to do an online subscription service, do an online subscription service and take whatever negative flack you get for that, you know? I'd have certainly given you negative flack for that, because I hate online subscription services. But what I often find with these games and these long-running franchises is whenever they decide to go too far into the multiplayer, to lean too deep into the multiplayer, the single-player game really suffers. Really suffers. And Doom has always been very good about that. I mean, Doom was one of the very first games to have dedicated online multiplayer. It really was. It was one of the very first to have the sort of deathmatch and to capture the flag and whatnot. I mean, its multiplayer was legendary when it first came out. It was absolutely legendary, you know, because it was in the heyday of, or like the early days rather, of home computing, let alone the bloody internet. Most people didn't have the internet. You got people like linking up their computers via LAN networks, so physically taking their computers to one another's houses so they could link them up via LAN networks, which was, you know, kind of clunky, but people enjoyed it so much that it was worth it. It was worth it. These are another element that are maybe too much. The angels, the Khan Maker's servants, they're just annoying. They don't really fit with the other demons, and often they will come at you from behind and they fire so quickly that you don't have time to respond to them before they've whittled you down. Maybe again a step too far. Maybe too far. As I've said before, when we see Doom again, which we will, because this was a big seller. This was a massive game. That was embarrassing. This was a huge game. This was just an insanely enormous piece of work, Doom Eternal. I hope they reset it. I hope they go back to the drawing board and do something different next time. I don't really want to see another Doom in this vein, you know? Maybe ramp it back a little bit. Maybe take it away from this arena shooter style that's going on. That would actually be welcome now, because, you know, 2 games is enough. 2 games in this format, in this style, it's enough. It's more than enough. Something quieter. Something maybe a little bit quieter next time. Something that's got a bit more of a, you know, I dare I say it, a slightly RPG-ish quality. Something that's a bit more story-driven, perhaps. That would be nice. That would be cool. We shall see. We shall see. I mean, the problem is, these games have been so phenomenally successful that I can't see them moving away from them anytime soon, which is maybe slightly frustrating. This is an insane combination. Like the Death Knight and all these guys at once, that's a little mad. I've got to say. That's a little mad. You've got stuff like that there. Did you see when I was trying to do the execution move on the Death Knight and it just wouldn't do it? There's little things like that that make these really packed, fractious arenas a bit much, a little bit annoying from this point on. There is an element when you finish them of, oh thank God for that, you know? Which maybe you shouldn't be feeling. That said, I mean, it is a blast, it is fun, and it's very good for sort of stress relief, because it is just a mad, it's just a mad shooter. There's so much endless, mindless blasting going on, you know? Right. Let's do this properly. Let's take this bastard down. These guys are still tough, I've got to say. Especially if they get up close to you. You've got real problems if they get up close to you. You are going to die, you know. More of the damn angels. They're not that difficult to take down, they're just difficult to outmaneuver. That's part of the problem. They're difficult to maneuver around. Oh, he doesn't like the plasma, this guy. Doesn't like the plasma. Right, I think that's more or less that wave done. Apart from one of the bloody angels. I mean, that's the only attack they've got. That sort of psychic celestial blast. Right, my God. Yeah, that took a while, didn't it? That took a little while. I do love the architecture. The way they've put in a lot of work into making all the architecture. This is a bastard of a jump. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes he grabs the edge, and sometimes he won't. Again, it's kind of hit or miss, you know? Oh, God, that's satisfying. I mean, the way they've incorporated all of the aggressive stuff into the mechanics of the game, so all the health, all the armor drops, all the ammo drops are incorporated into what you do aggressively is clever. It's part of your equipment and the way you use it. That's clever. It's actually very elegant. It just feels like maybe a ramping back in some areas would have helped. A few less demons, a few less of these endless waves, a few less different styles of play and approaches for differing enemies. And it would have had that elegance. It would have maintained that elegance from Doom. Ooh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Ooh, looks like we're going outside again from Doom 2016. But overall, I think it's great. I think it's a really good successor to Doom 2016. It takes the bare bones of Doom 2016 and layers on stuff, which is good. Oh, good.
You will need to reconfigure the teleporter rings to activate it.
Of course.
Quickly, for the icon of sin grows more powerful the longer it is on Earth.
The thought of that thing rampaging around Earth is kind of, well, it's kind of fun, isn't it? I wonder if, can I hit them from here? God, they're miles away. I can't hit them from here. Hold on to your britches, because we've got another Marauder coming up, and another wave accompanying him. This is fun. One of the ways, obviously, the angels get round Urdak is by these fast travel portal things. This wave is a pain in the arse, I will tell you now. There's a Marauder in this wave, and lots of other very difficult enemies as well. So, yeah, this may take a while. I mean, you can actually see the innate problems of the Marauder from this wave. As you can see, it's all going fine. The rhythm of combat is good, yeah? It's flowing, things are happening, the movement is consistent, and then who turns up? And who stops that rhythm stone dead, yeah? I mean, these guys are tough. The Cybermancubi are really tough, but they fit, they work, their mechanics are sympathetic with the tactics that you use for everything else, yeah? They don't break it. Whereas this guy, yeah, he does. Here he is. He's such a pain. I dislike him intensely. And whenever he turns up, all I want to do is roll my eyes and go, ah. You see? Not a fan. Just not a fan of that demon. He's a multiplayer character. He's like, he makes it feel like an arena game of some description. And I'm just not into that. If I'm honest, it's not what I like. I don't play multiplayer video games. I just don't. I'm not interested. The only multiplayer I'm interested in is stuff like how Dark Souls and Bloodborne works in multiplayer, where you can have people coming into your games if you want them to, just to help out or just to act as like a little duel or whatever. But the control is up to you. Yeah? You don't have to do it. That I like. This stuff, not so much. The Marauder maybe should have been kept for another gaming style or system, maybe. Because he doesn't feel like he's from this game, I can tell you. And I dread whenever he turns up. Because he's boring. He actually makes the game kind of boring. You've just got to, like, power through with him. I'm always trying to find a trick or a workaround for the Marauders. It's a shame, really, because he looks great. He looks absolutely incredible. Here he is. He forces you to turn your back as well, which annoys me, on other enemies, you know? The thing you're really not supposed to do in this game, he forces you to do. If he were a little less tough, like if he had less in the way of hit points, if he didn't have that bloody attack, it would have been better. Because as you can see, taking him down normally, without some trick involved. Look, you can't even freeze him. It's such a pain. I mean, I know there is actually a mechanism by which he summons that dog. He only does it if you're a certain distance away and if you shoot his shield when he's holding it up. But because of the frenetic nature of the combat, you're going to do that anyway. Even just if it's just by a stray shot, you are going to hit his shield and he is going to summon that bloody dog. 90% of the time when he kills me, it's by the dog.
Now, insert Vega to activate the portal.
This is interesting. Listen to what Vega says.
System acquired. Setting a course for the Earth dimension now.
I can see now. Am I the father, Dr. Abel?
Am I the father? That relates back. And Samuel doesn't answer him. Samuel doesn't answer him. So is Samuel playing a bigger game here? Has Samuel somehow worked out the entire metaphysics of this universe and is guiding us to the point whereby we kickstart it? He said, am I the father? The father is the entity, the first entity. It's the creator god of this universe, the first creature that created the Khan makers. So is there going to be some sort of atemporal time travel-y nonsense whereby Vega becomes the father? The father is actually a monstrously advanced form of computer that ends up kickstarting all of creation. And we, the Doom guy, are the one who makes it happen. I mean, that would be great, wouldn't it? If, you know, given the Doom guy's destructive nature, wouldn't it be awesome if he's actually like the surrogate father of all? You know, he's actually the one who gave birth to God. I love that shit. I really do. There's almost like a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing going on here. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. This wave is difficult too, but it's not so bad. There's no Marauder in this one, so it's not that bad. Ah! Oh, it's a Pain Elemental. My favourite. I do love him. Do not love that, though. That thing is annoying. Ah! Death Knight! That's probably going to kill me. Yeah, I thought it might. I had a funny feeling that it might, you know. And what was that fell down? Was that me? Or was that something else that flopped about there? So Vega is God. And we're the one who made him. We're the one who gave birth to him. I love the fact Samuel doesn't answer him either. And I don't know, ladies and gents, if there's going to be any more about that, if there's going to be any more elaboration on that, or whether you just get that one throwaway line. I kind of hope that you only get that one throwaway line, if I'm honest. Oh, the guy, what's he called? The summoner guy. Ah, what are they called? The Archvile. Yeah, I lost it there. I couldn't remember what on earth he was called. The Archvile is doing work there. God, they're tough. Like he took a BFG hit to the face there and didn't die. Impressive. Then again, they are described as like the Archfathers of Hell, you know? Which you kick in the shin. There's something wonderfully irreverent about the Doom guy, you know? He encounters these principalities, these creatures that are elemental scions of creation, and he just smacks them, you know, kicks them in the shin, smacks them in the face. Love it to bits. And Urdak is amazing. I mean, look at the environment. It's so cool. It's so beautiful. I really do like the idea of adding in a celestial element to the Doom games, because it's something they have been lacking heretofore. There was really no mention of a celestial realm. It was just hell. It was as though it was an entirely infernal metaphysics. There was no suggestion there even had to be a hell, a heaven, as such, which is kind of cool, you know. I don't think I've ever seen that death animation before. I like it though. Oh, another book. Oh, where? Oh, secret. Not much of a secret, because it's right up there in the open, but... Oh, fun! It's a maker drone, or an angel, if you like. I do like the fact that, like, hell is all madness and insanity and sort of id-like freedom, where it's just the indulgence of the senses, and heaven is very constricted and controlled, you know? These revered figures serve as speakers for the Khan Maker, earning positions of leadership and high esteem within their species. Angels of Urdak are gifted with orator rings, golden halos fused to their armour as a symbol of their status and rank. These divine beings occasionally gather in conclaves or at the summons of the Khan Maker, but typically do not work together, instead being assigned as independent advisors and overseers amongst Maker-controlled worlds. Okay, so we haven't really seen much of them. We've seen them once or twice. These bigger angels. We've seen them once or twice. Oh, they're cool. What a lovely conception of angels. It's really good. I like it. It's very Clive Barkerian, actually. They look a little bit like the angels that occur in Clive Barker's mythologies. Very interesting. Very interesting. A mite closer to the way angels appear in sort of biblical descriptions. I mean, have you ever read the descriptions of angels in Ezekiel, for example, or in Revelations? They're described as like burning wheels of passion. They're like systems of wheels of fire with multiple wings and multiple burning eyes that can drive mortal human beings insane just by looking at them. They are, they're not just winged people. That's a notion that comes in way, 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 way later with certain artistic traditions, as opposed to metaphysical ones, yeah? Right, so I need to align these bloody rings, don't I? How do I do that? I've done one. How do I do the others? Oh, more jumping puzzles. That probably means more deaths. Hello! Oh, there's a buffing totem somewhere. That needs to be gotten rid of. Can't deal with a buffing totem and these guys all at once. Definitely not. Oh, bloody hell. Right into the midst of them here. Right into the midst of them. Where's the buffing totem? Get out of my way, you. Oh, right through the midriff. What fun. Ah, there it is. Ah! Whoa! Bloody Enora! They've really... I mean, the Hell Knights are so aggressive now. Even more so than they were in Doom 2016, and they're pretty bad there, you know? They seem a bit smaller in this game, though. Am I right in that? Is it me, or have they gone a slight size reduction compared to Doom 2016? The ones in Doom 2016 seem to be bigger. Then again, they were more significant in Doom 2016. There were not so many other enemies competing for space in the same size slot, you know? Speaking of, bloody hell. Big, big, big dudes. Really big. What are they called? The Cyber Demon-like demons? Reapers? Is that what they're called? Oh god, I didn't even see what got me there. But did you hear the crack? The crunch? Yeah. It's like walking on a bag of Watsits, isn't it? Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, right. Oh god, bloody hell. Look at that for a combination of demons. That's like all the toughest demons in the game altogether. Barring, of course, the obvious. That's mad. God, the buff totem makes them really quick. Ha ha ha! That was fun. God, there's so many. What I wouldn't give for that BFG shot that I bloody wasted on the arch file. Let's get rid of the buff totem. Wah! Well, that's good. Okay. Yeah, something that's got, like, area of effect would be really good here. Oh, I love the protest from the angel there. That was very cool. Ah! God, he's big, isn't he, eh? What a great sprite as well. God, that didn't kill him. Wow. Interesting. Woohoo! It's the big un. Right, I need a bit more space to deal with him. Have the Revenants had another upgrade? They look a bit different. They seem to have a little bit more armour to them. Or is that just me? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Where is the big... Oh, he's over there. That's fine. Oh, no, he's here. And there's a rat, and there's an arachnotron over there as well. God, they are amazing. They're so big. The sprites are so big. It kind of leaves me incredulous, you know, especially when you consider, like, you know, the original Cyber Demon was the big bad boss of the original Doom. He was the last enemy in Doom 1, and he was considered to be massive then, and he so wasn't. I mean, he was quite small, really. Certainly in comparison to that. I like the whips. The whippy things, where they throw a temper tantrum. That's kind of fun. Hey, what's, something's attacking me. Not quite sure. Ah! Oh, so there's a normal Mancubus and there's a Cyber Mancubus, both together. That's cool. I still love the Mancubi. You know, gun to head, they're probably my favourite Doom Demon overall. I just love the plodding nature of them and the semi-human quality they've got as well. I think that's very cool. God, they could take some killing. Okay, right. What have we got? Right. And these guys are even tougher. They just will not die. Oh, 2 at once! Very nice. Very nice. Are we done? Yay! I mean, it makes sense the demons would be defending the way back to Earth, because, of course, the icon of sin is rampaging there, and they're probably having a whale of a time. I kind of want Vega to speak a little bit more. I want to hear what he's got to say about being God. So all the way through, our destiny has been to guide Vega to this spot, yeah, and to this point. That's kind of cool. I wonder if the Khan Maker is aware of that. It doesn't look like it, does it? If she is, she's trying to stop it happening, you know? It's like she's trying to grind up the gears of destiny a little bit. So Vega is technically in control of Heaven now. Oh, he could do some damage, couldn't he? Some proper damage. I like the layout of this place. They've designed it so that it looks like it actually is inhabited by beings that don't really need to walk, that float. Okay. One left, I think. I think there's one portal that we need to realign, and then everything's going to go to hell. That was unintended. Okay, so where are we going? That means there's one last wave to deal with, which is probably going to be a tough one. Or maybe another couple of waves. Ah, there we are. Let's go have a look. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Right. Let's try that one again. That's more like it. Ah! Oh, I overshot. He seems to be taking some grim pleasure in that, does he not? Your Earth will die. Alright, Samuel. Fine. Ah, fuck. So many interlinked puzzles. In fact, I think I die doing this, because I'm so inept at it. Oh, I nearly did it there. No. Maybe. Nope. Ah! I'm not good at the jumping puzzles. I'll freely admit I do prefer my games to have like a slower pace to them these days. I'm a bit more about the sort of pathologic styley rather than the Doom styley. Right, this isn't working, so give me a moment. There we go, let's try this again. The,
This earth will be consumed by the demons, or her world will die.
Okay. Fair enough. You keep overemphasizing that, to be honest, Samuel, and it's like you think I care. It's like you think Doom Guy gives a shit. I mean, he's quite happy to have that happen. You do realise that. Hello. Hi. I mean, technically, it looks like there's a predestination quality going on here, so I don't think he or anyone else has got much choice in what they're doing. All of this is preordained, you know? Look at the angels trying to purge the demons. That's kind of fun. Not doing a very good job of it, has to be said. I'm doing a... Hello again, my love. Sorry about that. My my microphone cocked out there for some reason. No matter, didn't really miss much. We're just fighting away. This is a frenetic one. I think this is one of the last waves you face in this area, and it's, as you'd expect, pretty damn frenetic. Pretty tricky. Takes a few tries. Not too many, I don't think. But this one is tough. There's a lot going on here at once that you sort of need to concentrate on. Whoa, bloody hell. Yeah. I love the way you knock the armor off of the Cyber Mancubi, and then underneath they look like the normal Mancubi. That's kind of fun. What is it we've been saying all the way through, my loves? You don't cybernetically enhance your demons. Do ya? Or, as it transpires, your angels, for that matter. Hello! God, look at him. Oh, Baron! It's a Baron of Hell. Those things are brilliant. I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for the Barons of Hell, and they, in every single iteration of Doom, they've reimagined them really well. The only ones I'm not that bothered about, first death of course, in Doom 3, all they are bigger Hell Knights. That's it. You know, that's pretty much it, which is a bit of a shame. They could have been a bit more imaginative with them. In Doom 2016 they were amazing, and their introduction was just brilliant. They were like dump trucks. They were huge. Huge! Getting headshots on angels must be a highlight of Doom Guy's career, surely. Almost as good as punching God, which we will be doing in short order, yeah? Okay. Oh, Hell Knight. I love these new models. Love them to bits. The Revenants are pretty cool too. Aha! So we can use our sword a little bit more. That's good. Probably going to be necessary when the bigger demons start turning up, to be honest. Probably going to be necessary, assuming we survive, you know, for that long. Which we may or may not. Probably not. God, these guys are tanky. Uh-oh. 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 Sustained damage. Oh, I didn't I like the Cyber Mancubi's victory thing where he pounds the guns together. That's good fun. Oh, that must have hurt. Ouch! That's right. Bit of frozen flab there for you. Ugh. No, the Cyber Mancubi are great. I'd like a... I don't know whether they exist, whether there's an action figure of the Mancubi from this game, but I'd like one. Very much so. Yeah, this is a tough wave, and no mistake. There's so much that's quick and very, very aggressive all at once. You've just got to, like, power through. It's the only way at this point. Just the only way to play it is to keep moving. There is, I will say, a little bit of luck involved at this point, beyond skill. It depends largely on, like, where you happen to be when the enemies spawn in. There's so many of the bloody things. As you can see, they're spawning in willy-nilly now. So many of them! And here's me with me low health, me perpetually low health. I do like coming upon the Cyber Mancubi unawares, because they seem to react in a very surprised manner. And that makes me smile. Uh-oh, there's an angel, I can hear it firing. Right, let's overload your shield, shall we? Something behind me? What? Ah! 'Tis a baron! 'Tis a baron! Right. Oh, and an angel as well. Wonderful. And a cacodemon. And a stalker. And, yeah, eat it. Right. Yeah, I'm not using the sword on you. You're not worth it. Oh, there's something. Something really big. Don't know what it is. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Ah! Cacodemon is biting me. I love it when they bite you. They take like great whacking chunks out of you. Arrgh! Right, you. Bat on. Your turn. They've really gone for a lot of the new demon designs. They've gone for speed with them, which is actually they are the ones that put out a lot of damage, but which are really quick. They're some of the hardest demons to take out in these games. The ones that are a bit slower and tankier, they're actually not that bad because you can use tactics on them. These guys, you know, like the slithering things, the snake things, very tricky. The lashes, I think they're called. Especially in conjunction with a lot of the other enemies in the game. Very tricky. But actually beautiful, beautiful designs. Really like the lashes. Cool. Ah, lone cacodemon. Gom. Bob. I love the flailing arms. The flailing arms are always fun. I'll never get tired of that. Ah! Where did you come from? Never get tired of that one. I like the even weedier arms that are on the Pain Elemental myself. Long, spindly arms on a big, bulbous, orby body is always a recipe for hilarity, insofar as I'm concerned.
By awakening the icon of sin inside her, the seal has been broken.
Okay.
Now the demons may pass through the void as never before.
Oh.
Brought her people and this lonely place eternal damnation.
Good.
It was arrogant to bring the dormant icon here. Her hubris has shattered paradise.
He sounds all the time like he disapproves and as though he could do better, doesn't he? The implication is I would have done a much better job as God. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen, you know. Funny feeling, that's exactly what's going to happen. Right, where do I go? Where's the next one? Is that the next one? So it's a bit weirdly placed. Whoa. Oh, this is weird. So where do I go? Where do I go? Ah, shit. Ah. There's probably a door or something. I'm sure. Ah! Yeah, it'd be very interesting if somehow, I mean, if Vega is the father, the maker of everything, then surely Samuel, maybe Samuel is the Khan maker. I don't know. Maybe that's what he becomes in millennia to come. Who knows? Uh-oh. Ah, right, there's a door. But we've got to shoot the way open. Oh, shit. Okay. Aha! There we go. What's this? Is this the last one? Do we realign everything now? Excellent. I like the fact that heaven is color-coded. That's very useful. Oh wow! Oh look, there's Earth with
The
a
rings fully aligned. The dimensional gate to Earth is now open.
yay!
Get to the landing platform and pass through the portal. Earth does not have much time left.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. Is the icon already rampaging? And where's the Khan Maker while we're at it? Whoa! Oh dear. Oh, still one left. Down you go. So, where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening? What's going on? No, that it? Okay. Right, let's have a look. Feels like we're entering the end game now. Really does. Oh, hello. There's a secret over there. I wonder what secret that is. Let's have a look. Ah! It's the Spectre. That's cute. I like the red trees. Uh-oh. Have I flubbed that? I think I may have flubbed that one slightly. Ah, well. It's put me back where I need to be, so that's fine. Yeah, that's where I got the Spectre from, so yes, I'm in the right place. Good. Okay. Time, I think, almost for the last series of encounters, surely. I mean, clearly the icon is going to be the big bad. One would assume, anyway. One would assume. Hello. What's with all the semi-mortal demonic things being transported through? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's useful. Uh-oh. What's the empowered demon? Ah! It's a Hell Knight. That's good. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. There we go. And a couple of angels to deal with. That's alright. Give them a bit of a headshot. There we go. There we are. Not too bad as waves go, I suppose. Could have been a lot worse. Right. Oh, wow. Look at this. What does, I mean... I'm not sure what that signifies, if I'm honest. This is a weird place. This is really strange. There's a big submerged demon in that purple fluid that doesn't really do anything. It's just sort of there. It's odd, is what it is. It's really strange. Look, it's like a big biomechanical demon that looks a bit like a Strog from Quake 2 and Quake 4. It's very odd. You can see its exposed brain, which is a little bit, you know? Look at that. That's cool, isn't it? It's like a really, really big arch vial. A really big arch vial. Right, yeah. Trying to figure out what to do, because that's a button, obviously. And look at this, its body tapers away to nothing at the bottom. That's very cool, isn't it? What a great creature. I wonder what it is. Boom. I don't know whether it's ever explained, or whether it's just ambient, you know, it's just part of the environment. It's obviously like pseudo-angelic. Look, it's got like withered wings coming out of its back. Interesting. Interesting. I like the fact they bothered to put a few little mysteries in here. There we go. Right, so do we just go out now? I think so. Nothing in the water? Nothing that demon's gonna do? No, apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, it's time to go.
The God Maker is near. She cannot let you leave this place alive.
Of course.
She is invulnerable, but she has the orb within her chest. Once removed, her defenses will be down.
This is gonna suck, isn't it?
For millennia, we have survived. Made others sacrifice in the name of our prosperity, so that they may in turn find redemption. Who are you? A human, once a mortal, to defy our traditions.
Oh, pretty! Oh, pretty! Love it! Love it! Oh, so cool! So she's a gimmicky pain in the arse boss, quite frankly. Who we're not going to defeat in this video, we'll defeat in the next one. I will leave you with me making my first attempt against her and dying miserably, my lovelies. She's fantastic. She looks great. She's a pain. She's an absolute pain. Who keeps summoning enemies, which is a real nightmare. Yeah, she keeps summoning other angels, which is a real pain. And then she kills us. So, when we come back, my loves, we will punch the Khan Maker firmly in the chest. And yeah, we're gonna gut punch God. Until then, my dears, bye bye.